Hello and welcome to another edition of An English Guy Watching Wrestling. I'm the English Guy, I am Nick. Thank you so much for clicking on another video, I really appreciate it. And this one, we're going to be covering the 14th edition, 2021, 14th of April edition, shall we say, 2021 of AEW Dynamite. And boy, what an episode it was. It was cracking stuff. With that being said, let's jump right into it. The opening match was the AEW Tag Team title match, which was the Young Bucks defending against Pac and Ray Phoenix of Death Triangle. And no other way to say it, this match was absolutely brilliant. And the one thing that AEW has been doing in recent times, actually for quite a while, I'll say that, is been doing these kind of things at the start of the shows, the tag team title matches, tag matches like this. And it's the right way to open a show. And boy, was this an insanely brilliant way to open a show. This was a tag match that I think so many people were looking forward to. Pac and Ray Phoenix versus Young Bucks. You think these two teams are just going to bring it. And boy, did they. This was amazing stuff. And the Young Bucks now as heels with different gear, different things, with more of a flashier style to the heel persona, works. But when it comes to tag team wrestling, you're not going to get, a better team in terms of what they can do than the Young Bucks and how they do it. Ray Phoenix and Pac, two incredible athletes, two members of Death Triangle. And, what you see on paper, these two teams, you think it's going to work. It works and then some. Talk about a way to open the show. This was it. Brilliant from both teams. The high flying, the movement, the wrestling, the exchanges was world class. And the way that the Young Bucks retained the belts was very interesting. Taking off Ray Phoenix's mask, so he had to cover his face. And of course, they gave him the chance to get the super kick to get the win. Of course, Ray Phoenix doing his best to cover his face was a great way to solidify their heel persona as of late. And that being a very unique, but I won't say cheap way to end the match, was kind of cool. But it just shows what the Young Bucks are doing as at the minute. But this was ridiculous. This was so good. And watch this match, is all I'm going to say, and just be amazed. This was brilliant stuff. And again, AEW doing the right thing, I think, by opening their show to these kind of matches to get the crowd going. And this was a hell of a way to get people going. Amazing. Couldn't fault it. One of the best tag matches in AEW this year. So definite thumbs up to all four men for producing stunning stuff. Well done, that's what I can say. Our next match was an anticipated match, actually, for the women's division. Jade Cargill versus Red Velvet. Now, of course, these two have had a bit of a feud going on as of late. Obviously, it's been going back for some time, and all the way back. I won't say all the way back, wasn't that long ago. Obviously, the exchanges in the tag match between Shaq and Jade Cargill versus Red Velvet and Cody Rhodes. But this match has been running for a while, and even though it wasn't the longest match, it was a fun match. These two just went at it right off the bat. And I loved it because the animosities between these two, it's been great. And I enjoyed it for what it was. And I think Jade Cargill getting the win was the right call. Even though it was, I think, only her third ever match. She's carrying herself like a star. AEW has faith in her. And despite the fact she's not been going that long, she can do some good stuff in the ring. She's been she's been put in the training, so can't fault that. And Red Velvet, I've said it before, it's not been going that long either. I think just over 3 years. Is reliable as you could possibly get to. This was a fun match. I enjoyed this. And Jade winning was the right call, I think, as I said. But Red Velvet lost nothing in defeat. I think her momentum is going to continue onwards and onwards. And her rise, I'm going to say, is going to carry on as well. This was fun stuff. I enjoyed this. So definite thumbs up to both ladies producing entertaining stuff. I really like this one. And next match was Anthony Ogogo versus Cole Carter. Now, this is Anthony Ogogo's AEW debut, and of course, he's now part of the Factory, the heel faction that is founded by QT Marshall, which also has Aaron Solo, Nick Camarata in it as well. Now, Anthony Ogogo has been on AEW dark commentary for some time, but this was his in-ring debut. Former Olympic boxer, and he got the win in a very unusual way. Very quickly, a hard punch, obviously, for a boxer, he knows how to punch, into Cole Carter's midsection, which basically flattened him. So like hard as you could possibly get punched, and that's what got the win. So interesting to see, but we will start somewhere when we're making our debut, shall we say. So thumbs up to Anthony Gogo. I like him. I hope he continues to do some good stuff. So there we go. Next match was Dax Harwood versus Chris Jericho. And again, another match I was really looking forward to because this was one of the matches tonight. And actually, I should have said that the opening match was personally my match tonight between the Young Bucks and Death Triangle. This was my second match of the night. And when I saw this one, I thought, oh, that is going to be good. Very rare singles outing for Dax Harwood in AEW. But if you've ever seen Dax Harwood, I mean, I'm wearing an FTR t-shirt right now. I think so much of FTR. I think they're the best tag team in terms of just wrestling in the world. Yeah, obviously, they're more of an old school wrestling tag team, which is fine. But I absolutely love them. They're amazing. Against Chris Jericho, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the most consistent performer in wrestling in the last 30 years. You know, there's not much he can't do making it great. But this was a very, very, very good match. The first in-ring exchange between, in terms of wrestling that is, between the Pinnacle and Inner Circle. But this was cracking stuff from two superb wrestlers. And they clicked so well in this match. The exchanges, the wrestling, I think did the talking here. And it talked and it spoke volumes. So this was a really, 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 really good match. I loved it. The movement between both men, the wrestling, the counters, everything works. And with Mike Tyson being the special guest enforcer, keeping, because I was explaining, Cash Wheeler was in Dax Harwood's corner, Sammy Guevara was in Chris Jericho's corner. So of course, Mike Tyson had to keep an eye on them both. But this was cracking stuff, and I have nothing but respect and admiration for both men in this match. Really good wrestling match. And when you've got two veterans like this, you are going to get great stuff. And boy, did you. I absolutely loved it. So definite thumbs up for both men, for producing a cracking match. This was really good stuff. So get a chance to watch it if you can. If you want a good wrestling match, this is it. Great stuff. The next match was Chris Statlander making her in-ring return, versus Amber Nova. Now, of course, Chris Statlander has been out for action for a long time, nearly 11 months. With a really bad knee injury. And Chris Statlander was starting to build momentum before, unfortunately, she got injured. So it's kind of frustrating to see her, in that kind of momentum that she had before she got injured, be taken away. But unfortunately, injury, it happens in wrestling, unfortunately. But Chris Statlander, I've always seen, is another one was really improving before her injury. But she's come back and she looks like she hasn't missed a step at all. So I can't help but absolutely love that. Against Amber Nova, who I've seen before, I think she's good. So good chance to see her getting more of a chance to wrestle in AEW. But I think Chris Statlander winning was, I think, on the forefront of everybody's mind. Great to see her back, and now part of Best Friends. It just works. Like the aiding character she does, or out of Not From This World character with the Best Friends. It just works. And now she's part of the group. What can you say except thumbs up to that? And thumbs up to both ladies, and welcome back, Chris Statlander. You were missed. Great to see you back. And that brings us to the main event. The Falls Count Anywhere match between Matt Hardy and Darby Allin for the TNT title. Now, of course, Darby Allin, the most notorious risk taker in all the AEW. He's not afraid to take any risk at any cost to his health. That's what's make Darby, but it's not just what makes Darby Allin Darby Allin. It's his character, his approach to things. It works, and it's really good to see. Against Matt Hardy, who knows one or two things about being extreme himself. Those who know his past know exactly what I'm talking about. Past Team Extreme at one point. And Matt Hardy, no stranger to these kind of matches. A Falls Count Anywhere, tables, ladders, and chairs involved. He's done them all. And it was good to see that kind of that coming back for Matt Hardy, because innovative as you possibly can imagine, as he was back in the day, hasn't done anything like this for a while. But this is something that could be Matt Hardy's element and easily within Darby Allin's element. These two men produced a superb main event, and not very often you see a Falls Count Anywhere match in AEW, especially not for the TNT title. But what these two men did was really good, and a very, very good main event. And both men made the environments work to their advantage. Darby Allin, of course, has said, not afraid to take any risk at all, hitting a coffin drop from a support stand through a table onto Matt Hardy was crazy. But it's Darby Allin. He's not afraid to take those risks at all because he's fearless. Um, as matches goes, Falls Count Anywhere matches go, they use the environment very, very well. And I enjoyed this one for what it was. And a very good main event. I thought this was one of the best TNT title matches in terms of being a bit more risky. Shall we say? Darby Allin's done matches like this before, but never really for the TNT title. So to see this kind of mixture thrown, so this thing thrown in was really, really good. And against Matt Hardy, as I said, done plenty of matches like this in his career, and it was good to see him bring that side of him to this kind of match, and it works because he's innovative in what he can do in the ring. Darby Allin is also very innovative, and it showed. This was a good main event and a great way to top off what was a superb episode of Dynamite this weekend. I've said it before, and I'll say again: AEW is firing on all cylinders this year. They proved it in this one. This was a cracking edition of Dynamite. And on that positive note, that's it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. I will see everybody next time. Until the time, take care.